I don't even know where to start this week, man. With all right, okay, you had the death thing, which was like tragic and that. Then you had all these geezers claiming they got touched up and thing, and then you had Southgate.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah, the touched up geezers must have started some club or something, like some, I don't know, some outreach thing, some one of them sort of for traumatized people and all that. Still, I'm sure they got some government funding and some money
Some
from somewhere
rehabilitation.
there. Still,
Yeah.
I'm sure they haven't just done it just for the sake of it. But yeah, but Southgate, man, shit, man,
You know
damn.
what?
You know
I've
what?
got good things to say about him, but when I think about his career, to me, he was in the potential to be the best England side. You know what I mean? In terms of the country's accomplishments,
Yeah,
technically he's been in the best English side. That our living, you know what I mean? Our living generation.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But
But you don't make Gaz an England manager, do you? So, I, on the back of that, I understand that. Man, I don't
that's
even
what
know where to start. I just
that,
feel like this is some Brexit England manager at the
well,
moment still. They just didn't want to give the best person for the job just because of the way public perception is at the moment. But, you
well,
know, my perception's a little bit different. You know, I'm looking at things and saying, yo, Southgate's the England manager. That means Igor Ekiag, sideman, official sideman.
well, you know what? Let me throw you
You're the
back to
sideman now. You can't say nothing. Igor Ekiag. You're
let me
following
throw
my
you.
man from Middlesbrough and Villa and that. Living sideman. You can't even start that. You can't even
You know
play
what?
no Obama business like to say, yo, England ain't ready for a black coach. Nah, man, you're the side man. It's
I give it to you.
you go
But
Ekiog
you
on
know,
some side man thing, but
in all fairness, it does kind of suit this generation coming up now in the team. When you look at him, he's young, isn't it? He's been doing the youth squads, and the team that's out there on the field now, he's
right.
practically put them out there.
All
You
right,
know what I'm saying?
okay. You know what though? He done well with the youth team.
Mm.
He done well with the youth team, but at the same time, how he done well with the youth team, I'd say that was a little opportunity for a youth manager, in a sense. You know, I feel bad
Yeah,
for the likes
but
of Big Sam and Hodgson and Redknapp. Them sort of mans had to work all their career to get a shot at the England manager job. And my
you
man
know what
kind
it is?
of walks into it young.
There's
Like,
no one.
you
I think
know, no
I think
sleepless
FA.
nights.
I think the FA are probably trying to put their stamp down as the Brexit. You know what I mean? They don't want that foreign manager coming in now. So I think they're using. When they're going with youth now in the squad, they're thinking, why don't we have a youthful manager, a new start, a fresh era. Rooney's on the way out. Um, what's his name? For Chelsea, the defender. What's his name?
Oh, what's it called? Cahill.
Cahill's on the way out soon. What you got left? Pure youth. I think Southgate suits it now.
Boy.
Them two mans there are just the guys that they're gonna show how. Okay, you're gonna have my man. We're gonna teach the kids how to defend and hold the line before he bows out, and you can have Rooney
I
in
think
the
if you're
middle,
honest, I think
in
if
the
you're,
middle of everything else. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's weird to say, but there's something. I think there's something gonna happen with Southgate. I actually believe so.
do you know what? I think you're spot on. They'll set him
I
up
think
still.
something's gonna happen.
They'll
You know
set
what I
him
mean?
up. I don't
And
know
man,
how
you
they'll
know,
set him up. There might even be some youth saying that Southgate touched him up or something. Is the way it's going this week still. You never know. You never know. But you know what? I don't know. Clearly, clearly someone at the FA would just, smoke their cigar, sip their tea and just said, fuck it. Just, you know what? Just give him the job.
yeah.
You know
Because the
what?
way even
I've
the
had
way they're
enough.
playing now, it's stale. It's stale, but there's something about to pop up. So, I mean, okay, his record isn't so far his record's 100% and he hasn't lost.
Yeah.
He hasn't really won.
But to be
He hasn't really won. So,
to be honest, when you qualifying and you play in England, you should be winning your games. It's so easy to win games at Wembley. With that support behind you, I mean, you gotta be kidding, man. Literally, that's gotta be one intimidating place to go. And usually, I don't know where all these other people come from in Europe to go play in England, but I'm sure it's less miserable. Than travelling into London when it's all foggy and the air's cool and got a little bit of a bite to it and all sorts, and people are running around and the tackles are tasty, and and you gotta be on your toes. I mean, England win a lot of games at home, so boy,
that's the problem. That is the problem. They don't want this turmoil into the winning at home. We need to be a greater threat.
Yeah, for England to win a tournament or even look impressive, they have to have a tournament over here. It's as simple as that at the moment.
You know what's missing from the England squad now? You know that anticipation, you're thinking, wow, look who's in the squad now. Do you know what I mean? It's not even like that no more. It's just like, okay, this is our future coming up now. He looks good. But do you reckon he's going to be there in the next 4 years? You know that? It's like the
Yeah.
was wearing thin. And it's like these players are just make-do players.
Yeah. But do you know what? I would have put more make-do players in there, though. Just to keep people on their toes. If I know my upfront combination is going to be, let's say just for argument's sake, it's not this, but let's say it's just going to be, say, Sturridge and Kane.
Yeah.
I'm going to play them all the time. I'm raw picking Troy Deeney and throwing him in the squad and playing him and doing them ones. You keep everyone on their toes,
There's no muscle. There's no muscle in the squad.
I mean, if Troy Deeney goes in there and bangs me a brace, that's it. He's staying in the squad.
Yeah. He deserves it.
So
anyone that scores a goal starts the next game.
That's it.
Well, do your job, innit? You start the next game. Striker, you banging a goal. You win the next game.
That's it. You mean
guys either taking control of the game, supporting the runs, or you're helping the back four. Then you win the next game. I don't see none of that. Then you need to reevaluate your career.
Because let's face it. Still, there's a couple of mans who probably done enough to establish themselves with a good, decent England shot, and that's not probably going to happen for him again. Jamie Vardy, I'm looking at you. What are you doing?
Jamie Vardy, yeah, I think you deserve the 240 tackle for this time, dude.
Oh my days, he needs one of them Agueros. Not even like a Marcus Rocco. Marcus Rocco. I don't even know.
I don't care who you call out, but Aguero's the new talk of the town with that tackle, but it's a
tackle. That was a tackle. That was a.
I want to go for your man. I've watched a few stupid coming. His name is the only one. His name's Catamo.
Nah, that Catamo.
Catamo's vicious.
Nah, man, Catamo's different breed, man. Catamo's a different breed. Every team needs a Catamo.
Every team needs a Catamo. Yeah.
Every team needs a Catamo. To be honest, still, especially in this British game. At the end of the day, and you know what? You see them. I think literally, what's it called? Very rare. Very rare.
Drink water, in the England squad. He's Catamo, man.
Drink water. You better go drink some water, because at the end of the day, I don't even know if he gets to sniff that England squad again. The way them Leicester mans are carrying on. But you know what? I predicted it. I blatantly said to what's it called? Ginger friend there. Look, I don't even think you finish 8th. I think Southampton are known to take up them spots, so they should finish above you. Because consistently, they're there. At the end of the day, what you guys have done, basically, you've bought a couple of players, but you stayed loyal to a lot of players, which you should have got shifted at. You know, I don't want to stand like a Manchester United fan when I talk, because I'm not. I'm not. But when Fergie speaks and he says stuff, you have to respect it. And one of the things he always used to say is, in this game, you got to buy players to stand still. And like, if you told me outside last season, even before last season, looking at this season, that mans like Morgan and Huth and that Schmeichel in goal would have won a title, I would have been like, nah, you guys are on crack. What the hell are you on about? So now you're telling me Kante, the guy who's been protecting all of that back four, gets swept out of that squad there, and yet still you don't want to strengthen up, what's it called, your centre backs and your goalkeeping offer. You're messing about. And the worst thing is, Schmeichel, I think he's a progressive keeper, to be honest. I think he's a miss for England, because I think he would have qualified for playing for England. Him more or less growing up as a Mancunian so long as well. But Huth and Morgan, you know what? They are what they are. No one would have went off the back of that season, seen them two win a title and said, you know what? I want to buy one of them centre-backs. Anyone with any common sense would have said, you know what? Get rid of him. We got lucky.
Yeah, we got lucky. He's 18 now.
We got lucky. We're going to get a miserly centre-back in. A miserly two centre-backs in. And somebody to replace Kante. You know what? And to be honest, Leicester, they were in a position where they could have looked at some teams and said, you know what? We just won the title and we're in the Champions League. Let's be cheeky. Let's put in a quick bid in for Coutinho. Let's see what Liverpool say. Let's put in that bid for Mane. Let's put, let's harass Southampton and say, yeah, we won him. But they didn't. They went abroad. They bought good, decent players, but not the players they should have been looking to get. In a sense, they bought two forwards.
So what you're telling me now, I think Claudio Ranieri needs that reverb and the artifact. He needs to push that button, the artifact button. That's what he needs. I know Jason's sitting there saying, Ranieri should have bought. Yeah, he should have bought that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Ranieri's in a sticky position now, because what do Leicester do to get themselves out of this? Alright, we're heading up to January. Does he ask for some more money from the board to fix it?
Or is he hoping for the team to jump?
That's what I mean. It's a tricky thing. It seems like the team seems to be playing in the Champions League very well, but that group was quite easy. And the way Leicester play, they were always going to give teams problems. So that's not a problem. It's just that the fact that they're the most scouted team, because everybody's watched them trying to figure out how they blew everyone out the water last season. Everyone's watched them like crazy. They want to get the blueprints of how to win the league the way they won it. Because not only did they win the league, they won the league like a Ferguson team.
Yeah, they won the league. The last time Ferguson won the league, okay, it was a bit more intense, but not everybody was firing on all four cylinders. The same way Leicester won the league is the same way United won last the league. United won last the league. They won last the league. But the quality of players was better anyway. Even though was never going to be a team you'll pick out of your hat at United that time. But there was better players there. You know what I mean? This team, no one ever thought Leicester would come up and do that. You know what I mean? United was always going to be, at that time, United was always going to be an obvious choice to win the league.
I think
season, United was always picked out of the hat.
Do you know what? At the start of the season, I think a lot of people were picking United too. I didn't understand that personally.
What, this season?
Yeah.
Just because of the names that went there.
That's me being honest. That's me being honest. I was there looking at the signings, thinking, they're big, ambitious signings, but at the same time, I was looking at it saying, well, were they as big or as ambitious as Falco and Di Maria before? Were they even literally? Are they better standard? You know, literally, is it really that different? Other areas that they should be concentrating and fixing up. So for me, I think the bookies put them as more or less favourites and took a lot of money out of them. And now the bookmakers are probably laughing. But I don't know.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's like, well, I think I was discussing it with Zef on the weekend. Saying we're looking more like a cup team than a league team at the moment. Yeah, I mean, we've had better games in the cups, better score lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in Europe, in the last 3 games, we've scored 8 goals.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, more than that, I think maybe 9, 10.
I think
in the last 3 European games, obviously even when we played West Ham last week, 4 goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing with Mourinho at the moment, he's not sticking to the winning. He's not playing a team week in, week out. The team that wins, he doesn't play him again. He's always making that one more change. But, I mean, he was winning against Everton 2 minutes before time. What happened?
Yeah.
For Lanian, and he gave away the fucking penalty. Sorry for the language. Gave away the penalty.
I do have to wonder though, on the bigger picture, when you look at some of the team at United now, I think Arsenal went through a stage where it was kind of similar to the end of Moyes' last season, where the seasons would end and a lot of players would want to go. And I looked at it and I was like, all right, this is going to happen at United. And to a certain extent, it did. We saw sort of like Di Maria want to go. We saw Welbeck go. We saw De Gea hand in a transfer request. He didn't go in the end. Falco go. And then every season you're constantly trying to build a squad until that stops. You keep hold of all your players and then you get rid of the people that you want, which seems like to be this season here. However, now I'm thinking, with Manchester United's ambitions as a club and knowing where Manchester United want to be, which is in the title race and the Champions League, how many of these players are going to want to hand in transfer requests should Manchester United not get there? My worry, for a sense, is that some of these players at Manchester United aren't going to be too bothered. They're going to be more inclined just to stay just because they're at Manchester United.
Manchester United. But when you look at it, you're right.
I think if Pogba doesn't get into the Champions League, he's not going to cause a stink about it.
he scored. He signed when he signed a 4-year contract, so you know he's going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, he's getting and he's breaking into his peaking age now. You know what I mean? He's going to start breaking that age now. He's still young. I'm sure he's only 24 still. And
Ibrahimovic.
I think at the moment it seems like every year since the Fergie era, it's one part of the pitch that there's something going wrong. When Fergie left, Moyes took over. We had no attack. Could defend, but we had no attack.
Yeah.
Van Gaal coming, he kind of minced it up a bit. He had a bit of both. You know what I mean? But the defence was leaky.
Mm-hmm.
Then we thought if we had that midfielder who can sit back with the back four, that would be all right. Then the second season, we had no midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had no midfield. Something was wrong in the midfield. There was nothing going on there. People weren't taking up responsibilities and such. That's where we capitalised on it this season. But with the appearance of Pogba, it kind of bolstered everyone else's egos up now.
Yeah.
It's like it. Even though Pogba, everyone knew who Pogba was. It was like when Ronaldo came, that player. His talent made everyone else's ego grow as well. You know what I mean? But he didn't become the player without everyone else.
Yeah.
It's like when he became good, that's when that team gelled. I think this is what's going to happen next season. I think now you can see the danger now with United, but we're still missing the half of that player. You know what I mean? We're missing that little code in the DNA. It's there. I can see it. I think it's there, but this one all rubbish, or we're drawing, or we're not scoring enough goals. But you can see the threat against Arsenal.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get ran all over. We held our own.
No, that's a real bogey team for Arsenal. Arsenal do not like going up there.
Yeah, we held our own. We gave it Arsenal. We showed Arsenal, hey, you're not coming up here. You're not doing this to us at Old Trafford.
No, the combination of Manchester United and Mourinho doesn't sit well.
Doesn't sit well, but at the same time,
Wenger.
I got a feeling something's going to happen. And that's it. You know what I mean? I got a funny feeling. I think Mourinho's going to buy maybe 2 more players. And we're going to see something.
I think buying players is not the answer. What he needs to do now is start looking in, that dressing room. Because for me, all the answers are there.
He still needs one more striker because you're still looking at Rooney's getting on now.
Yeah.
You can't rely on, people can't, I think when Rooney's been subbed up and he looked at what's going on, I think he knows now. I need to.
That's the thing though, you got Martial with something to prove.
Yeah, but
Rashford.
Martial's kind of covering the pain as well. He's kind of in a secure situation. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to share or fight for that position really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't have to fight for it no more. The pain's going. We all know that, and there's no one else to cover that position. Really.
I don't know.
Mkhitaryan can cover all 3 of those attacking positions, from the left to the right to the centre. He can do all 3.
Yeah.
We've already got a backup player there. You know what I mean? As well. So, I do think he's going to buy 2 more. He's going to buy a striker and another midfielder. He's going to get rid of Depay and he plays in that position.
Yeah.
It's a like for like player. That's what he's going to do.
Well, do you know what? I'll say this anyway. Still, I think Manchester United squad wise, it's pretty substantial, considering they had like a couple of top people out, and they still put out a strong team.
Strong team.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I argued that with Coutinho out, Liverpool should be strong enough to win all the games. And you know what? I kind of stand by that. But at the same time, we saw in the weekend they made a couple of foolish substitutions and lost the game somehow. I don't know why they took Mane off so quickly and all of that, but it cost them. You know.
I'm saying it's a Clarky. You're doing well, mate, and I think Liverpool probably still got a good chance. But as a United fan, I even said to him, like, you're going to have one injury, then something's going to happen. But I don't think it's like they were winning.
Yeah.
And they switched up. If you're winning 3-1, as a team of like Liverpool's calibre, with the way they're going on now,
yeah,
they should never have lost that match.
To be honest, still,
despite the substitutions, to be fair, you know what I mean.
What I would say about Liverpool, though, personally, though, is I think that's a team which is coached well. I wouldn't necessarily say player for player that is a team which has got superior players to anyone around them in the top four. So I think a lot depends on the way they play and playing into Klopp's system. A couple of players would thrive in the way that they play at the moment, and Mane is one of them because he's quick. He likes running at people and putting people under pressure. And this game that Klopp plays is a very sort of high tempo, high energy game. It probably wouldn't suit a player like Sturridge in the long term. It'd probably wear hard on him with the extra work effort he'd have to put in to satisfy his team. But they are going to make mistakes, and they are going to wear their players down. So yeah, it's unfortunate for them, but where it's unfortunate for them, it's fortunate for everyone who's around them, trying to win things too. So you know they're going to have to chalk up that loss. You know, Bournemouth, they're a bit more protected. They keep themselves away from those struggling. They keep themselves away from the relegation battles that everyone thinks they'll be in, which it looks clearly they're not going to be in. You know, and I think good coaching is what you need to do. Between transfer windows, you can't always buy your way out of it. I think we're going to see that with Moyes. I think literally if Moyes gets a couple of good results, like he did on the weekend, when he comes to the transfer window, his board will be more inclined to back him. To be honest,
he's going to still have to convince him because Moyes don't. I can explain this without sounding too harsh. Moyes doesn't. It's like Moyes when Moyes takes a contract out, he don't sit there and say, "All right, if I win, what? If I come mid-table, what's that? Mid-table? How many wins that league? 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 wins in the league. That's mid-table.
But yeah,
he won't get that. He'll only get like 11. You know what I mean? On a consistent level. I don't think. Okay, he did it at Everton, but look how long it took him to do it. You know
yeah,
I mean?
but he also won.
His accomplishments as a manager, yeah, was coming above Liverpool twice in the league. That was it.
No, actually, he got 3 PFA Managers of the Year, which is he got 3 PFA Managers of the Year in the Fergie, Wenger, and Mourinho era. So, for me, I look at Moyes and say of the year, where he sat down. Everyone's decided who's the best manager of the year, and they've given it to Moyes 3 of those times.
Was 2 of them times by any chance when they finished with Liverpool?
Do you know what? I'll have to go back and have a look.
Yeah, I got a feeling it might be, and that's the point I'm trying to make. You know what I mean, they probably awarded the third one for saying, you know what, he got consistency. Or he probably won it. You probably have to look back into it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confident that 2 of those 3 is when he beat Liverpool twice in the league.
Yeah, but let's face it, still, literally, Moyes' transfer budget at Everton's usually a tenner and a pack of... Yeah, a tenner, pack of crisps, a pack of blue Rizla and the firms. Usually. So, for him to finish above Liverpool with that, to be fair, is pretty miraculous in that era where you had more miserly managers about. Guaranteed. And like I said, I don't want to sound like a Manchester United fan, but this Leicester crap would not have happened in the Ferguson era.
Of course not, man.
It would not have happened. Literally, they would have been snuffed out.
Probably relegated.
It wouldn't have happened. So I don't know. I just think Moyes, it didn't work out at Manchester United, and because that's the biggest job he's had, he's always going to be judged on that, unfortunately. But nah, still a heck of a manager in my eyes. I think my problem with him at the moment is he's been a little bit too loyal to the mans from his past. I think we're going to see it now when he's relying heavily on Anachibi and all them guys. The Pinars and all them mans he likes to dig up. It's like, well, who's going to dig up next? He's going to put in a bid for Fellaini, you reckon?
I think he's going to buy Yanis at the end of the season.
Might buy Rooney. This rates, though, you never know. But yeah, he's pretty loyal to the mans that he's worked with before. I think that's a bit of a weakness.
I was going to say, well, Sebastian Schweinsteiger.
I think that's a bit of a weakness. It's kind of like you kind of expect him to someone to come out the woodwork with all this loyalty business and come out with a little bad story. Probably Kevin Nolan talking about how Sam Allardyce used to touch him up as well. And how he's going to run to this FA group or whatever, but you never know, man. I think a good coach moves on.
Right? Just get this shit sorted out and let Lee Catamol do his thing. Just stand there and take a beating of Catamol. Leave him to Catamol, man. Just leave him to Catamol. To be honest, still, you need a player like that in a relegation fight. Everyone thinks you might need a Scott Parker, someone who's going to be like all heroic and manage you on, and be all like an example. But sometimes you just need blood and guts, and a sliding tackle, man, and a Aguero tackle. Trust me. I can't believe that when I seen that. Oh man, apparently they've got previous too. But I think all that overshadowed a couple of things. One was Pep Guardiola's refusal to shake Cesc Fabregas's hand. Man got skanked hard. Yeah, you have to go back on it and see the video footage for that. But that is a treat. Fabregas was looking to get an Oscar award. An Oscar? He stood there and took the punishment, bro. Well, after he slapped my man. Yeah. You gave him a little sneaky one, didn't he? Yeah, Fabregas a little scumbag, you know. He's undercover roach. I kind of rate him, but he is a bit of a scumbag. I must say. But you know what? I don't know if he's taking himself out the transfer window now. It's going to be an interesting transfer window we're headed into. Why he's not? Oh, yeah, he's not. He don't feel comfortable at Chelsea no more, does he? Well, he ain't been starting. He's been he hasn't even been on the bench for the last how long? So all these man's been broke up now. You know, you're looking at it and thinking, as Willian took himself out the transfer window, as Fabregas about him. Maybe Yaya Torres took himself out the transfer window. You know, there were some bargains to be had, but I don't know. Maybe we should have a think about this. Who's in the transfer window? I'm hearing that Rabban and Griezmann's going to United. Well, Rabban is. His contract's up in the summer. And the Bulldog, what's his name? Ribery. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if we can get them.
I mean, do the soul things though. I really think Mourinho needs to roll his sleeves up and start doing some coaching. Because he's got some good players there.
Not chatting too much.
And to be honest, you know, I imagine there's another 2 Rashfords there too. And
What,
just
in
be...
Lingard?
No. I mean some fresh mans we ain't even heard of as yet.
Oh, see, he's probably sitting down waiting in it.
That's what I mean. And
Waiting for
because
that phone call.
Manchester United haven't got a coaching manager, I mean, Van Gaal was so desperate by the time that he used Rashford. Rashford forced the issue on him to say, you know what, everyone, sit up and
It's
take
like
notice.
a blessing, really, isn't it? The injuries.
But with other youths, you can't really expect them to force the issue like that a lot of the time. So I think really, I think Mourinho needs to get back to do some coaching. Seriously.
Like when he left Chelsea, man, he was out too long. Got comfortable.
Yeah.
Got comfortable.